Have you ever wanted to get into coding, but think it's too difficult, or you don't have the right supplies to do so? Are you a teacher, and do you want to bring something fun, innovative, and creative to your classroom? Well, I have the perfect option for you.
The MicroBit is a pocket-sized computer made by the BBC. It has an ARM Cortex-M0 processor, accelerometer, and magnetometer sensors. This means it can detect motion and that it has a built-in compass. It also features Bluetooth connectivity, so you can code from your phone and other Bluetooth devices. It also comes with a USB cable, so you can connect to your computer or other devices that need to connect through a USB cable.
On the MicroBit is a display consisting of 25 LEDs and 2 programmable buttons. The MicroBit can be powered either by a USB cable or by a battery pack if you'd like to code on the go. There is also a third button on the back of the MicroBit, just in case you need to reset it, since it's a reset button. This amazing device can code games, homes, depometers, and many different fun projects.
When you first open the MicroBit box, you will be greeted by an assorted group of supplies. But what I want to look at now is the introduction booklet. This introduction booklet has a lot of good information. It shows you how to set up your MicroBit for the first time here, but when you open it up, it teaches you how to code and how to transfer that code to your MicroBit. If you see here, they have a website. This website is really cool and informative. Here, you can see the ideas, projects, and lessons other people have come up with for the MicroBit. There is also links to all of the coding editors you can use. I recommend you check the website out. Speaking of which coding editors you can use, that's next on the booklet. There is JavaScript, Blocks Editor, Touch Develop, and finally, Python. I'd say that for beginners, Blocks Editor is the simplest to use. You just choose what you want to input and drag it onto the playing field here. But over time, if you want to upgrade and learn JavaScript, you'll already know the basics, so just click there, and you're learning JavaScript. Back to the box, let's see what the MicroBit comes with. A USB cable, a green box that originally holds the MicroBit and instructional booklets, a battery holder, 5 alligator clips, which you use to connect to audio sources to your MicroBit, a pack of 4 AAA batteries, which I've obviously opened, and of course the showstopper itself, the MicroBit. They come in different colors, by the way. Because of the MicroBit's friendly design and how easy it is to set up and learn, I'd say that the MicroBit is great for anyone ages 8 and up. It's a great introduction to coding, and it's actually a very useful tool for interesting school projects. I feel that kids in high school and in middle school will definitely benefit from using this device because it gets them creating, using their brain, and using plenty of resources and tutorials to make their projects come to life. Also, it helps them learn how to code, which is something that people will definitely need in the future with all the computer jobs everywhere. I know when I first used my MicroBit, I was intrigued by just how much this little device could do. Entering the code may be hard at first, but determination to see your project come into fruition and just to see the final product will get it done. The determination you have will get it done. Now I'd like to share a beginner activity for the MicroBit that anyone can do. If you have a MicroBit, please follow along with me. If not, just watch and see the magic happen. Because this is a beginner activity, we will be using the Blocks Editor. First off, make sure there is a forever block on the field. If not, drag it on from the basic menu. Once you're done doing that, go back to the basic tab and find the Show LEDs block. When you drag it on, make sure to click it onto the forever block. See how it clicks? That means that whatever LEDs you decide to show will go on forever. So these 25 little squares represent the LEDs on your MicroBit. So we want a heart to flash, so make the shape of a heart out of the 25 blocks there. Make sure to fill it in as well, not just an outline. We want it to really pop. Now that we have the heart, we need to make it flash. Go to your basic menu and find a block that says plus bracket ms for milliseconds and put it and connect it to the LEDs. Say we want it to pause for about half a second. That's 500 milliseconds. enter that by double-clicking the block. Now to make the heart disappear to create a flashing effect, go back to the basic menu and find the block that says clear screen in the more section. Once you've dragged that and connected to your pause MS block, copy your pause MS block and paste it underneath the clear screen. This will make the heart appear, disappear, and then appear again, creating the flashing effect. Now click download and transfer your file like so, and voila! It shows what your MicroBit will be doing, and you should have a flashing heart. This is what your MicroBit should look like in real life, and this is just getting started. I challenge you to make the heart flash and then break. Go ahead, try! It's really fun.
After you get a hang of doing interesting little projects like the flashing heart activity we just did, you can do some intermediate projects, like
making your MicroBit sing. Making a MicroBit guitar, making your MicroBit say poetry, or even make a MicroBit robot. I will leave links at the end of this video for each of these projects, just in case you'd like to try them out. Now, you might be thinking, can the MicroBit be utilized in other subjects at school rather than just coding and computers? The answer is yes, and it will actually enhance the experience in all of those other classes. And let me show you how. This grade 8 teacher has just given all of his students MicroBits, but sadly, it is now time for gym class.
Alright class, put your MicroBits away. It's time to go to the gym.
But Mr. Adams, I don't want to put my MicroBit away. Can we take our MicroBits to the gym?
Mr. Adams thought to himself,
How can I use MicroBit in the gym class?
so he went to the MicroBit official website and searched for a project that would help his gym class.
Aha!
Okay class, before we head to the gym, we're going to program our MicroBits into stepometers to see how many steps we get in gym class. Whoever gets the most steps gets a prize. Fun fact, the average person walks 4,000 steps a day. MicroBit.
And so, Mr. Adams and his class made MicroBit stepometers. The MicroBit could also be used for school science projects, to help you do math in school, and also to make music, and so much more. The MicroBit also paves the way for lessons on computational thinking. Don't know what it is? It is the thought process involved in formulating a problem and expressing its solutions in such a way that a computer can effectively carry it out. There are 4 stages of computational thinking. First is decomposition, which is breaking a problem down into smaller parts to make it easier to understand, program, and maintain. Next is abstraction, where you focus just on the relevant data and ignore the data that doesn't matter, so focus on the important stuff. Thirdly is algorithms, where you develop a step-by-step solution to your problem and make the rules to follow to solve each problem for your program. Lastly is pattern recognition, which is the ability to identify patterns in the programming, which can be represented by different loops and functions. When kids are using their MicroBit, they may not know it, but they are using computational thinking. Before you give your class a MicroBit, maybe teach them about this and inspire them to use computational thinking. Make them think about the algorithms they're using, and make them think about patterns and what patterns they see. Computational thinking is very important in the world of coding, so a MicroBit is a very good door into that world, and it's a very good way to teach people about computational thinking. To finish off this video, I'd like to talk about the pros and the cons of the MicroBit. Some of the pros are that it's easy to learn, it's small and compact so you can bring it around and place it in your pocket even. There's lots of tutorials online so you can follow them and learn everything. There are lots of different coding options like we went through, Python, block editor. It's cheap, around $15, and it's fun to use. Some of the cons I encountered of the MicroBit when I was using it were that there was some Bluetooth connection issues sometimes. Like, I already had my MicroBit connected to my phone, and apparently it's supposed to automatically connect, and it didn't for me. Hard to read error messages. If you have something wrong in your code, it'll scroll text across saying the error, but sometimes for me especially, it's hard to read. And also, it can't remember more than one project at a time. So you have to put in the one code, see that happen, and that'll be what it remembers. And if you want to switch it out, you have to replace it every time. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you will consider using MicroBit in the future. Have fun coding!